Hello, my name is Eric Zetz, the Environmental Resources Division Manager, and I will be presenting the Fifth Amendment to Agreement A-8221 with Big Truck Rental, LLC, for rental of refuse collection trucks. Staff's recommendation is that the Public Works and Transportation Committee recommend that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute a Fifth Amendment to a rental agreement with Big Truck Rental, LLC, in the amount of $615,000 for a new total not to exceed $5,078,035 for an additional period of 12 months ending on June 30 of 2025 for the rental of refuse collection vehicles. Staff's recommendation is that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute a Fifth Amendment to a rental agreement with Big Truck Rental, LLC, in the amount of $615,000 for a new total not to exceed $5,078,035 for an additional period of 12 months ending on June 30, 2025 for the rental of refuse collection vehicles. Background. On June 30th, 2020, Council approved Agreement A-8221 with AMREP USA, Inc., also known as AMREP, in the amount of $621,600 through June 30, 2021 for the rental of 7 commercial refuse collection vehicles. On October 20th, 2020, AMREP legally transferred Agreement A-8221 to Big Truck Rental, LLC, otherwise known as BTR. This Fifth Amendment allows for uninterrupted daily refuse collection services for residential and commercial customers. Additionally, rental vehicles provide capacity support in compliance with the state's Senate Bill 1383 mandate to collect residential and commercial organic waste. Below is the history of the Agreement A-8221 and the amendments thereof. The original agreement occurred and was approved by Council on June 30 of 2020 for a cumulative amount of $621,600 with the term date ending on June 30th of 2021. The First Amendment was approved by Council on June 15th of 2021 for a total amount of $1,243,200, and the term date expired on June 30 of 2022. That First Amendment was then amended to become the Second Amendment, and that was approved by Council on December 20th of 2021. The cumulative amount was $1,700,007,200, and the term date expired on June 30 of 2022. A Third Amendment was approved by Council on June 21, 2021 for a cumulative amount of $3,168,800 with a term date ending on June 30 of 2023. And then a Fourth Amendment, which was approved by Council on June 6 of 2023 for a cumulative amount of $4,463,035 with a term date expiration of June 30 of 2024. This Fifth Amendment here before Council on June 27 of 2024 is for a cumulative amount of $5,078,035 with the same term expiration date of June 30 of 2025. The intent to lease refuse collection vehicles is also for the maintenance and repairs of equipment, unforeseen breakdowns, and also for mandatory Department of Transportation inspections. The ER division is requesting to amend contract with BTR for an additional 12 months due to the aging fleet of refuse collection vehicles, residential automatic side loaders, and commercial front loaders. According to the findings from the recent ER cost of service study, it is anticipated that ample revenue will be generated from the fiscal years 24-25 to fiscal year 28-29 to facilitate the acquisition, the lease purchase, or leasing of refuse collection vehicles in order to replace those vehicles that have reached the end of their operational life. Our term will conduct a thorough analysis to determine the optimal choice, prioritizing this. The cost of service study has integrated an 8-year replacement strategy for refuse collection vehicles. Currently, there are 17 refuse collection vehicles that have an average of 100,000 miles and an average of over 21 years in service. These 17 vehicles were purchased for $2,421,088, and to date have had over $10 million, which has been spent on labor and parts to keep those 17 pieces of equipment operable. The Environmental Resources Division will potentially rent up to 5 to 10 vehicles per month, depending upon the status of operating refuse collection vehicles. The amendment allows the return of any of the refuse collection vehicles on an as-needed basis and without monetary penalty from BTR. Financial impact. The cost for this Fifth Amendment to Agreement Number A-8221 with BTR is $615,000 for a total new agreement value of $5,078,035. The estimated spending plan for fiscal year 24-25 of $1,075,200 includes the amount of the Fifth Amendment of $615,000 and $460,200 of unused available in the agreement's existing value. Funding shall be requested in the Environmental Resources Fund 631 during the annual budget process. Our estimated spending plan is shown here. The Environmental Resources account is shown on the left. The fiscal year 23-25 of the accounts for which the funds will come through, and the total on the right, totaling $1,075,200. Staff is available to answer any questions.